Hey guys, this is RyGuyGaming here today. Please excuse my voice, it is a little earlier in the morning, so my voice isn't completely woken up yet. But today I'm back with another episode of Spyro the Dragon. And I was just kind of running around for a minute, and I realized that I can actually go to the next Homeworld already, and I haven't even beat the boss. So progression in this game is apparently completely based off dragons, and I think it might have something to do with how many gems you have too, but mostly dragons. So but in this episode, like I said, we're gonna do the Speedway and then the boss. You're not really supposed to know about the Speedway until a couple Homeworlds later, like I think it's two Homeworlds later, and you meet a dragon who tells you how to get to it. But if you already know it's here, you just go ahead and hop on all of these, and then the wall will open up. If you talk to the dragon, they'll turn yellow as you hop on them. And so that's how you're supposed to know that you can do that, but you can do it without actually having talked to the dragon. So we're going to go ahead and do Sunny Flight. This will take me a lot of tries, I am pretty sure, because these things suck. So there might be a lot of edits here. I don't know how I'm going to edit this, like if I'm going to show everything or just like my failures or what, or I don't know. And yeah, I never know the best way to do this one, because obviously this way is too slow, and I guess I have to crash to restart. So, try again, yes. This time I'm going to try to go against the trains and see how that works. Oh my gosh. That's not what I wanted to happen. See, because I'm pretty sure the way this works is you're supposed to go trains, planes, arches, and then the gold chests in the cave, because I'm pretty sure you were never intended to fly back out of the gold cave, because if you see here, it would, oh my gosh, it takes forever to fly back out of here. So but we can try it this way and see what happens. I know I'm probably not gonna make it. I've crashed too many times. Luckily though, I left one out here, so this should get us a little bit of time back, and then I can go ahead and fly through these arches, and then we'll get to, yeah, see, the chests are last on the list, so I'm pretty sure that means we were supposed to do them last. But we'll fly through the arches till we get to the planes, and then we'll kill the planes, and then we will see about the arches. But the reason this one kind of sucks is because in the other ones you could push X to kind of like flap your wings, and it would make you go up, but it would also make you fly faster. So it was kind of nice to be able to do that. Come on, come here, you bugger. Okay, I think we can do it. If we can just get to the rest of these arches. No, I didn't kill all the planes. There was still another plane. Oh no. No. Dang it. Okay. We'll try it again, I guess. And like I said, I might have cut out the last attempt, I don't know, so just, at least I grabbed that first train this time, so I don't have to go back after it. Because I would like to go from here, and now I can go do the planes, and we'll see how this works. Crap, I was right on top of one. Oh, come on! Well, I just wasted any time advantage and more from getting that first train. Come on, there you are. Now, I think my best chance will be to go this way, and then go get the chests, and then get the arches. Although this is a big waste of time flying across here. So I think I'm gonna miss the chest right here again on purpose, and I guess right there. And I'll snag these boys. That way I have time to fly out and grab the arches. Okay, good. Okay, now I just have to turn around here, grab the arches, and I think we're good this time. Unless I completely, like, screw up. Eight. Okay, +3, +3. Okay, we made it. Whew. Oh, that was intense. Oh, man. Okay, that didn't take as many tries as I thought it would. Sometimes that takes way longer. I want to kind of show you some of this stuff. So, like, there's these controls you can do for different aerial moves. If you push R1, you do, like, a flip. And if you push L2... or L1, sorry, you do like a turnaround thing. I can never see a situation where these would be really needed. I feel like they just waste time. I mean, they look cool, like that looked cool, but you know, whatever. Oops, I did not mean to push try again. Oh, if you push quit, it lets you try again. I didn't know that. That could have saved me that one time where I flew into the water. But yeah, I remember as a kid, speedways were the bane of my existence, as I'm sure they were everyone's. Especially since I didn't really understand, like, there was an order to do them in. Usually if you do them in the order in which they're presented, you do alright, but, you know, I didn't know that. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the boss, Toasty. So let's fly on in here. Alright, so this boss is somewhat annoying because these dogs can be a pain in your booty. You have to flame them and then they jump at you, and then you have to like get away because they're gonna body slam you. And yeah, it's not awful, but it can be challenging, especially if you aren't expecting it. But the thing about Spyro is that the camera doesn't control the best either. In fact, what is my camera on? Okay. If you're a heavy camera controller, you want it on passive, which means it doesn't really do a whole lot. Like, it'll eventually go behind Spyro if you keep running in the same direction, but not likely. So it's oh my gosh, his damage hitbox was still active. But it's it's definitely for people who like to control their camera, which I do. But the thing is, you don't use the right analog stick to control your camera. You use L2 and R2. And so sometimes it can be a little annoying. And that's because I don't think it was the fault of the developers. It's just that when the PlayStation first came out, they didn't even have analog sticks. So, like, I've mapped my controller to be like a DualShock controller, which did have 2 analog sticks, so I'm able to use the analog, the right one at least. But no games really fully utilize the... Oh, did I say the right one? I meant the left one. But no games really utilize the right one because not a lot of PlayStations had the dual sticks. They just had the D-pad, which in my opinion would have been a pain. Luckily when I got my PlayStation, it had the D-pad. And what's interesting is on the boss levels, there aren't any fodders. At least I don't think there are. So if any damage you take getting to the boss just makes the boss more difficult, which is an interesting difficulty choice for the developers. I mean, it doesn't make it too difficult because the bosses aren't inherently that difficult.
Nasty Nork has put one of...
Okay, yep. So, yeah. The dogs here are the hard part, and I guess you can dodge them with your roll move. This is the only one where Spyro can roll to dodge. And I don't know why they took it out, because it's actually kind of handy. Like, just having to jump out of the way or charge out of the way sometimes doesn't work as well as you think it would. So it's nice that they put the roll dodge in here, so you can kind of have an extra movement option. And here we find out that Scorch here, or whatever his name is just a sheep on stilts. And now he is vulnerable. I think he can still kick you though, so you gotta be careful with him. That better be all the gems. Oh. This better be all the gems. Okay, looks like it is. And now we can go home. And I think once we get home and I'm able to check the status, that should be all of the, yeah, that looks like 100% to me. So, I think we have enough time to actually go ahead and do the Homeworld for the next place. Which, like I said in the last episode, is usually what I do. I'll do the boss and then the Homeworld. Because the Speedway didn't take me nearly as much time as I thought it would. So I guess we'll just go ahead and go do the Homeworld. So Peacekeepers. I already talked to him on accident because I wanted to see if he would tell me what I think it's called Artisan's World, if I remember what the dragon said right, because I was just labeling my recordings. So I had to talk to him, but he didn't tell me what it was anyway, so whatever. One interesting thing about Spyro 1 over the other ones is that it doesn't tell you, it doesn't have a total gem count anywhere except in the menu right here. The percentage menu, I guess. You can see I have 14% and 1,000 gems straight up. But if you look in my world progress, I only have 0. And that's because the homeworlds actually count as their own separate worlds. And it's interesting because in Spyro 1, it is the only one where you can actually get hurt in the homeworlds besides falling off of cliffs. In Spyro 2 and 3, you can fall off of cliffs and die, but there are no enemies to harm you in Spyro 2 and 3. So it's interesting that they decided to make the homeworlds like mini levels in a sense, where you can actually get hurt and such. You listen to the guys when they're dying, that's the sound they make. Alright, let's grab these gems, and this is a pretty big homeworld. So these guys, when you spook them and you kill one of them, they'll all run away into their tents. I remember because I was at the store, and like I said, Spyro 2 was my first game, but I think I got this one like second-ish. And so I remember going to Walmart, and they used to have little stations set up where you could play some of the newest games, like around the video game section. And this game was one of the ones that they had like demoing that you could play. And so it was this level, and so I remember I had a lot of fun like playing with these guys, because if you turn around they'll moon you and then they'll shiver when you're like looking away. So I had a lot of fun just messing around with these guys in the Walmart. And so I think that's kind of one of the things that led me to get this game, is because I thought it was so funny. Where did the other guy go? Oh, he got in his tent. But yeah, man, I wish they still did that. Just imagine being able to go to Walmart nowadays and like playing, you know, like one of the newer games. I think the problem with that is there aren't a lot of newer games for kids anymore. Like a lot of the newer games are directed towards older people. They're all like rated M and stuff. Like I don't really remember the last time I looked in a store. Maybe like the Lego games they could have up or whatever, but most of the big games that are coming out are for older people, and that might just be because I'm older. Those are like the only games I'm interested in, but I can see why they really wouldn't want to showcase those in the Walmart just in case kids are walking by to buy their Lego games, you know. But yeah, those were good times when you could play like Tomb Raider at Walmart or whatever while your parents were buying groceries, and then they would come back and you'd be like, "Can I have this game, please?" Oh man, they were pretty smart at marketing back then. I don't know what happened to them. So you can use this cannon for a little bit of level manipulation here. Oh, I missed the fuse. You can blow up this and then get onto it. See, this level has everything. It has pitfalls, it has enemies, has this guy guarding the Speedway. I guess they're just called flight levels in this one. I don't think they're called speedways. One of the dragons you free later says they're basically levels where dragons learn how to fly, which is interesting. Because Spyro never actually learns how to fly, as far as I know. He might learn how to fly in like the Legend of Spyro series, but definitely within the original better games, he never learns how to fly indefinitely, at least. Oh, dang it. I should have had this fool. There we go. The thieves in this one are kind of stupid. They definitely made them a lot better in the third game. They're a lot smarter. Gunner, I don't know.
Well
Gunner.
done, Spyro! Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Near the end of the game, not really right now, that one just reminded me of it. Near the end of the game, a lot of the dragons, I guess they just got bored of coming up with jokes and they ran out of like gameplay tips, because near the end of the game, a lot of the dragons will just say thank you for releasing me, and then they'll like disappear. So it's nice that a lot of the dragons at the beginning actually have different voice clips and such. Did I get a key? I did get a key. Oh, I thought there was another chest. I think all that's left is that one chest, and I think I have to blow it open with a cannon. I was thinking it was a key chest, but I don't think it is now that I think about it. So let's run back over there and see. Oh yeah, these are definitely the cannon ones. I thought they were the ones that needed keys. So this one, and then this one. Luckily the cannon aims itself. The cannons don't aim themselves in later games, which is unfortunate, but in this one, thankfully they do. So that should be all 200. Yep. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it off here. Next time we'll start exploring some of these levels, like we got Cliff Town, which is one of a really good level. I don't think any of the levels here, I was gonna say one of my favorite, but I don't think any of the levels in this Homeworld are any of my favorites. They're just kind of average. Dry Canyon is pretty good. If you look back through my uploads, you'll find a one called Run This Dry Canyon that I think is pretty funny. But anyways guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you're interested in this series so you can see future episodes, and don't forget to leave a comment down below if you have anything to say, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.